All right, so next Patreon request, and this one comes from Alistair Bondman, who asked me to do a just a fun story involving Spider-Man and his friends on a guys' night out. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, let's get started with the video. In what I call Spider-Man Guys Night. So, the story kicks off with Peter in the middle of a fight with the Rhino. Like, Rhino's just robbed a bank, and Peter's just in the middle of a fight, and it's just in his head. He's like, how many times am I going to do this, man? How many times am I going to fight a villain, throw some quips, and just have it come home to nothing, really? And like, he's throwing quips, he's throwing jokes, and it's almost like a routine for him. It feels like just another day in the life of Spider-Man. Like, this doesn't even feel like this just all feels nothing to him. Like, this all is just, it's nothing. Like, it's all nothing. Like, it's like nothing is really like sparking him or anything. And in the middle of the fight, that's when a wall of fire shows up, and it's Human Torch, who just comes flying in, and he's just like, "Hey, Spidey, you need some help?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure. It's just Rhino, though." And Rhino's just like, "Just Rhino? Just Rhino? I'll show you." And he's just webs him in the eyes, and he goes crashing into a wall, and he's just like, "Yeah, yeah." And Johnny and Peter team up, and they take out Rhino. Rhino's sent to, back to Rikers, and Johnny's just like, man, I was just out, just on a flight. Like, I was just flying around, just felt antsy today, and I'm glad I caught into you, Pete. So what's up? So what else you got to do today? He's like, I'm gonna go on patrol, or maybe just go home and sleep. I don't know. And he's like, what's wrong, man? And he's like, it's nothing. It's nothing, Johnny. He just webs away and swing, and he's like, I'll catch you. Like, I'll see you some other time. So Johnny is just kind of left there, like, huh, man, Pete's really sad. And I care. What is the deal here? So, later that day, Peter's in his apartment. He's just he's just really feeling depression. Like, some days, depression just hits you. Trust me, I know. And he's just kind of lounging about, just not really doing anything. He's just kind of feeling mopey today. Like, it's just a good old Pete, and he's like, ah, yes, the good old Parker depression. Oh, how I have missed you. And that's when he gets a phone call from Johnny, and he's like, hey, man, what'd you need? And he's like, hey, man, come outside. He's like, what? He's like, no, come on outside. And also put your costume on. And Pete's like, okay. Puts on his costume. He's like, well, maybe the Fantastic Four need a Spider-Man related help or whatever. Or this is a good old Johnny Storm prank. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter of the two. So Peter goes outside, and there, standing on the rooftop of his apartment, is not only Johnny, but also Daredevil and Flash Thompson, aka Agent Anti-Venom. And the three of them are just like, hey, Pete, what's going? And Spider, like, immediately Peter's first reaction is, so did you guys get mind controlled, and this is going to be all of you guys ganging up on me, or is this some surprise party that I'm not aware of? And they're like, Johnny goes, look, man, when I was hanging out with you today, like teaming up with you, it just kind of felt like you were depressed, and I felt bad about it. So you needed a guys' night tonight. So I made some calls, and Matt and Flash were, all in. And he's like, how many people did you call before you got to them? And he's like, about 80 people. How many of them said no, Johnny? A lot. But hey, the fact that, and Matt steps in, and he's like, look, Peter, like, we were kind of like, I can't speak for Flash, but I like, after what Johnny told me, like, saying like, hey, you're kind of depressed right now, like, you're pretty depressed and all that, like, I was worried about you. And Flash is just like, yeah, man, I'd like, when Johnny called me, he's just like, yeah, let's have a fun night out. And he's like, but why are we in like Peter's like, okay, but you could have done this without the costumes. Why the costumes, Johnny? And he's like, because we're gonna go into space. And immediately Peter's like, I'm going back to bed. And Johnny's like, no, you're not. Come on, Peter. So so the four of them literally take the Fantastic Car and go out into space to an intergalactic bar that Johnny found. Like Johnny basically says, I found this bar. I found this cool like intergalactic club that the Fantastic Four came across while we were after we fought the Skrulls once. The bartender's pretty cool. Let's just go inside and like they know me. And he's like, and Peter's like, oh, that's never a good sign. They go in and all the aliens look at the four of them, and Matt's already like, anyone else sense a bar fight about to happen? Because I just heard it, like what I assume is everyone of these aliens' heartbeats suddenly quicken and they're I can feel the tension in the room. And Johnny's like, relax, guys, it's all cool. Hey, everybody, it's me, your boy Johnny Storm, and I got these are my friends Spider-Man, Annie Venom, and Daredevil. We're just here for some drinks. We're not going to have any problems, okay? And one of them one of the aliens shoot up and it's a Skrull, and he goes, that guy punched my cousin in the mouth. He can't eat anything. And immediately all the other aliens like jump up, and he's like, and Peter's like, okay, here we go. So bar fight breaks out, and the four of them fight their way out of the bar. Johnny is like, man, I'm so look, we can just go back to Earth and go to another bar and all that. It'll be fine. And Peter's like, no, I just want to go home, guys. And Johnny's like, dude, I need you to understand that like even if like your life is crazy right now, I need you to like understand that you got like friends who care about you, okay? I know I seem like, we all I can't speak for Flash or Matt, but like I know I can be like kind of a jerk sometimes and pull pranks on you all the time, but like dude, I care about you. Like I care, like I get worried about you living alone. Like you're more than like how many times have I told you you're more than welcome to crash at the Baxter Building or come all the time. Doesn't hurt to reach out every so often. And like he's like, yeah, thanks Johnny, thanks Flash, thanks Matt. But really, I'd like to go home before we have to fight another alien. And Johnny's like, yeah, let's get out of here. So they go back to Earth, and they actually go to an actual bar out of costume and just kind of enjoy the night. Like it's just kind of a nice, let's enjoy the night kind of drinks, have some jokes here and there, all that good stuff. So by the end of it, Peter goes home, and Peter's like, thanks guys. It's nice to know. Like I always live a life. Like sometimes I have the biggest imposter syndrome when it comes to working with other superheroes. But it's nice to know you guys actually give a crap about me. So thanks for tonight. And yeah, there you go. I know nothing like big and spectacular or anything like that, but just like I said, it's a slice of life story. So, but anyway, I'd like to thank Alistair Bondman for this Patreon request. And like I said, if you too would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier. That'll allow you access to do so. And yeah, other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.